Hello, if anybody's come in here yet, I'm getting my thumbnail on my page here. So everybody will know what I got here. Oh, man. Well, I see we got one here. We got some bad weather here, y'all. I'm trying to get my thumbnail put on. Shouldn't take me but a second. All right. Y'all, about 30 minutes ago, the lights went out. I heard that Brian last night, Brian Forrest. I think he lives over in Mississippi. And he was talking about the weather was bad. Yeah, there's Brian there. We ain't got no power either. Well, I do got power, Brian. I got my generator right there running. I went out there and started it up. So watch how this right here just hit, y'all. Like where it just, oh, you the Brian? Okay. I thought it was Brian in Alabama. See that there, y'all? Hey, Jane, I'm glad we got that generator. It's, I hadn't used it since, since the tornadoes. It it wasn't a real bad emergency this time. Oh, y'all have power, Yankee Daddy? Let me pull up my chat here on the screen where I can see it. Hey, it sure went out on us. I was done awake a little while, and I stayed up late last night doing a video on Southern Ideas. I think we all got out there about 3 o'clock. Well, we got that generator, so we got electricity. I had that generator plugged up to the house. Oh, in here, it's just like the lights ain't even out in here. We had it come through Alabama, lost power for a little while, but back on. Yeah, I got a little light outside, y'all, that I cut on. It's the only way you can tell that if the power's back on. Yankee Daddy, when they planning on opening that sale back up, or are they not even saying? Rick Young, hear me? Man, you got a generator. Yeah. Then you just need to put across about a drone flying over. Yeah. Yeah, a bunch of people done told me that. Hey, so let me tell y'all why y'all are here. When Damie does videos, I don't do videos on the same day as her. Oh, I do them on the Southern Ideas. Well, I mean, if it don't matter to you, I mean, it don't matter. But if you want to catch me at night, if you want them people to stay up, I do them videos on Southern Ideas. I didn't know about this bad weather. Hey, Brian, was that you last night that was talking about the weather? I kind of just now getting settled. I didn't even know this was coming, y'all. And I don't think we got no extra gas out there, so I think that generator's, I mean, it ain't fit to run out. No, it wouldn't me. Okay, I thought so, but your lights is out too, Brian. I thought it Brian Watson said that. Kind of getting warm in here too. Yeah, I thought that was Brian Watson that said it. I think he's in Mississippi. But I didn't probably pay him no attention. Yeah, I seen somebody, I don't remember whose channel it was on, but they said they was too old to mess with a generator. Oh, they got the kind that'll come on automatically, as if you got deep enough pockets to get it. I'm gonna try to show y'all with my mouse where we are, y'all. I don't know if it'll show up. I gotta wait for the delay here. Dang. I don't know if it'll show this mouse. Yeah, there it is. See right here where I'm at, right here. That's Wrightsville. And then we kind of right along in here. Remember when I was looking for Bulldog, y'all? I was close to the county line. That's the county line right there. But we right along in here. There was tornadoes all over the southern United States, was they? Hey, I don't know why I woke up. I didn't go to bed till after 3 o'clock. But and I ain't seen all this on the weather, you know. I was kind of just looking at these computers there. Yeah, that's something else. And like when you out of power, you in a mess. Like, and grandma's not on the same power lines as us, so she liable to have power. So my lights can go out, and even though she's right through the woods, she can still have power. Or her lights can go out, and us still have power. But we get our water from grandma's well. Oh man, really? Dang. How about that? Snow again. I'm gonna see if I can change these commercials, y'all. All right, I got them changed there. I don't know if it'll work or not. And I'll start this thing playing again. It looks like whoa. So I see it's done been through Atlanta there. So I'll show y'all here. I don't know exactly where Brian is, but I know he's like up kind of near. He's right along where I'm moving my mouse. Is that right, Brian? He's up above Atlanta. And there's Alabama. It's done been through Alabama. We having a bad winter this year. Very cold up here. I hear you. Yeah, I mean, I got the air conditioning on right now. I actually, when the power went out, I actually sat here a few minutes. Well, sometimes they come right back on. And I got a box in there that something I made. I've been gonna show it to y'all. It's something I made that like you can plug something into. It'll run the refrigerator. And I got up and went in there and plugged it into the internet because, these laptops run a long time without power. But you have to have that internet. So I went in there and plugged my internet in. And And I come back in here and looking at it, and I said, man, it's just plain dumb not to go crank the generator up. So I went on out there and cranked it up. Let me get something done. Here you go. So I went out there and done it. I'm just getting something pulled up here. We got snow here this morning. Dang. You know, I videoed, everybody videoed the snow. And I did of, me and Tammy and Bulldog. And it's still on the camera over there. Everybody was making videos of the snow, so by the time I got around to it, it really wasn't a big deal, I don't reckon. Oh. Hey, Dogman. Hey, where you live at? Hey, Heck Town. Good morning, Danny. I am sorry to hear about the storm. Hey, it's not much. It's not no problem. I walked out there and cranked the generator up. It's liable to be on now. You have to go. I got a light outside. When the electricity comes back on, you walk to the back door and you can look out there and see if that light's on. And we got the generator running. Generator's a good thing to have. I got it hooked to the house. So this whole entire house, refrigerator and all was running. Air conditioner, microwave, everything's running. A few years ago, it was hot weather in there. I don't remember what it was, but I know it was hot weather and the lights went out. And they stayed off about 4 days. And that's what made me get serious about the generator stuff. And I run a wire. I got the generator out there outside at a black building. It's, under a shelter. Got a wire that runs to the panel box inside my house. Oh, I hadn't got to be messed with that being hot no more, but that time a few years ago, whenever it was hot. And and I mean it wasn't too bad other than being hot. But you never know. Tammy's still in the bed. But it's thinking about getting Generac, but yeah. Well, you actually can get a generator pretty cheap. I mean, you can get a generator $500 or $600. That like keep your refrigerator running, and your microwave. You need your microwave. Yeah, I ain't even thought about that if we got water. But I was going. Oh, I hear you there. I was thinking about that. I couldn't remember who told me about that. About getting a steak. Good idea, Danny. I want one day. Come in handy. Yeah, you see, I was gonna make a video and show y'all, but you got to know what you're doing. But you actually can plug a generator in where your dryer is, and if it's a 110, well, let me just stick to telling you one thing. You actually can plug it in where your dryer plugs in, and it runs to that fuse box. So you're sending the electricity backwards. But if you don't know what you're doing, don't do it. Don't try it. I was actually planning on making a video of that, but to be perfectly honest with you, the reason I didn't do it is everybody acted like they didn't really care. I just didn't ever make it. But yeah, you can just run it like that. So you got a male plug plugged into your generator, and it's a male plug on the other end. Well, if you touch that other end while it's running, it'll get you. So you have to make sure you got it plugged in before you ever crank it. And then it'll run to that breaker on the box. And if that breaker's cut off, it won't go into the breaker box. It'll stop at that breaker. But if you cut that breaker on, it'll electrify the panel box. It'll send electricity throughout the panel box. And then your stuff is, just that simple, it's working. That ain't the way I got mine, but it's the same idea. I got it running to a breaker that I put in there that I had to flip that breaker on for it to, but when I went and cranked the generator up, I Had to flip that breaker on inside the house for the electric to go through there. Hey, Jody. I know I could tell by the way the water was hitting this air conditioner right there. And the wind was blowing bad too. I could tell it was rough outside because I know how it usually sounds in there. It was, and when I walked out there, the ground was flooded. So I wet my red bedroom slippers. You know, the only thing about the generators, you have to go get gas unless, like, now the one we got is it's gas or propane. But when Steven and Stan was messing with it, it wouldn't crank up on that propane. And I mean, I don't know if they was doing something wrong or what, you know. But they couldn't get it cranked, and we just put gas in it. But like if you get a generator and you got a LP gas tank outside, you can run a line from your LP tank, and you had never got to worry about going to get no gas or running out, as long as you keep your big LP tank running. And I know it's a little bit of money to get everything set up, but it ain't a bad thing. Be like have electricity. When we got home after the hospital, I slept so hard I couldn't tell you. Hey, that's kind of the way I've been heck down. I'm glad that's over with because I couldn't remember who told me, but I thought about it. You know, a lot of times I'll go back and remember something. Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about that too, heck damn. But I know a man that was eating a steak. They was kind of an older couple. And, you know, he didn't make it. Got hung in his throat. He didn't make it. And even though he was an older fella, he still was, you know what, he wasn't in no wheelchair old. He had a garden and stuff, and you see him out there all the time messing around. But I guess his wife like couldn't help him. He that kind of boy. And I know somebody else got a piece of deer steak hung in their throat. And deer steak, it can't be left in there. Because it's got something in it that'll make a hole. And it did. And it done them in too. But I ain't never known that, y'all. I mean, much deer and stuff as we've ate. Piece got hung in his throat, and I mean, and he could breathe. It was hung in there, and it, you know what I mean, it ate a hole in something in there, you know. Been raining. Well, buddy, there's a lot of rain coming that way in bad weather. I think it probably might be that climate change, don't y'all? I seen I heard them on the weather a while ago. That Hamas said they wasn't releasing no more hostages. And I think that was live. I seen Rubio and that man from Israel. And it was, I don't know, I reckon it was about 5 o'clock in the morning. But that Hamas said they wasn't releasing no more hostages. So they fitting to learn a lesson, y'all. I don't know why people don't listen to the man up there. But I can tell you, he ain't playing. Yeah, down here in the South, we actually like the snow. But like we don't see it, but like, you know, just every few years, and then it barely even gets on the ground except this last time. But look here, y'all. Y'all can be expecting something to happen. And I don't think it'll take long to do it neither. You know, over there. Because I can tell you right now, the man ain't going to play with them people. But there'll be some other group will take over. You know, always the same thing. Different people, always the same thing over there. I don't know why them people, I don't know what else them people. I mean, you see them on the news and the women's over there crying and all that. I mean, I don't know what else them people. It seems like they just want to go home and watch TV or something to me. Yeah, that's kind of how it's been here. It's either raining or cold. We ain't had a whole bunch of real good days. Danny, the whole planet's anger. Yeah, I mean, man, that's the craziest thing over there. I mean, I don't know why them people, I don't know what else them people. And I seen some video of, like, man, that Israel, they leveled Gaza. You know, I mean, somebody was going to be cute and they was going to fire a missile over into Israel, a couple or 10 or something. That place, I went and looked at the video of it, boy. That place is tore all to pieces. And I mean, it was big old buildings and stuff. I don't know if there's one building over there standing. And and them people over there, they still want to fight. I don't understand it. Hey, I probably already know what you think. I bet you $5 I already know what you think. But I mean, you could go over there and level the whole place. There'd be somebody come back. Them people beat all I ever seen. And if they don't change their mind and let them hostages, release them hostages, they ain't gonna have no future. I promise you, he ain't playing. I always think he's bluffing and stuff. And man, you can, hey, I guarantee you, I can look at him and tell he ain't playing. And he's the kind of man, it would be an insult for him to say he's gonna do something and then don't do it. That would embarrass him. And he knows he would never hear the end of it, too. Hey, I read your mind, didn't I, dog? I don't know what ails them people. And I don't think it's going to be no week or two, neither. Yeah, he's a man of his word. Y'all, it sounded like the rain's calmed down outside. And I ain't expecting the electricity to be no real big deal today. I think they'll get it back going. I hope it wasn't no tornado or nothing. But like you can't tell. It can be, good over here and bad over yonder. Then is your power out? It went out. It went out kind of, boy, but I went and cranked the generator up, and so we got power. I mean, we got generator power, and it's liable to be back on. I don't know. Have to go to the back door and look at the light out there and see if the light on. So there's a little light that when the electricity goes out, well, I mean, I'm sure she is. Hey, should I be not have no electricity? But I was saying on here a while ago, and I reckon it's been long enough. I don't want to repeat myself too much, but Grandma's not on the same power lines as we are. Oh, just because our lights is out, don't mean hers is. A matter of fact, most time our lights is out more than hers. But every once in a while, her lights will go out and ours will still be on. But I got a little light out there at the grinder where I sharp lawnmower blades and stuff. I cut it on, and that's the only way you can tell if the lights is back on. During the daytime anyway. At nighttime, the street light will be on. It'll come on if the electricity comes back on. But in the daytime, you have to go to the back door and look. Yeah. Yeah, I still got that same generator, the one we used when we had the hurricanes all through here. I think it's like run 12 or 13 hours. But it's not, even if it cut off right now, I could run to the store and I could run to town and get some gas and be back. Really and truly, the refrigerators is what matters the most. But, got the refrigerator running, the microwave will run, the air conditioner, the whole house. That generator's a big generator. That thing weighs about 350 pounds. And it'll run this whole house. It'll run the stove. I ain't got it hooked up for that, but like, as long as you've got your microwave, you can make it. And I don't know, Tammy usually keeps a pretty good bit of water on hand. I don't know why she buys water, but she buys water. And if I was her, I would just get me a few bottles and get it out the sink because it's coming from a well. But like when it's summertime and the lights go out and it's hot weather, now that is rough. Yeah. Yep, everybody needs a generator. Keep water stored. I hear you. Let me walk, y'all. Let me walk. I'm going to go to the sink and see if the water's running. If the water's running, that means Mama's got electricity. Let me get this message here. Let me look at it first. So, if the water's running, that means Grandma's got electricity. If it ain't, that means hers is off too. And I'm going to go to the back door and see if that light's back on. Because, like I say, in here, you can't tell, all the electricity's working in here. I got the TV going and everything. So you can't tell. If the electricity comes back on, you can't tell. So give me just a second, y'all. All right, y'all. I just went and checked. It's good news. Uh, the water's running here, so that means Mom ain't without electricity. And I walked to the back door, and that little light is on. You know that it's not connected to the generator, so that means they've got the electricity back on. So y'all, I'm gonna get off of here. I just figured I'd get on here and make a video and talk to y'all a few minutes. Uh, I'm gonna go cut the generator off and get everything back to normal. Hey, I appreciate y'all coming in. Y'all be careful out there. Hey, y'all, you think about buying a generator, you actually can get one for $500 or $600. You probably could get one for less than that. But like you can get one that it don't take much to run your refrigerator. And you know what I mean? You can just run a cord in the window. If you don't want to fool with all the other stuff, you can just run a extension cord in the window and do whatever you want to do. You know, I mean, you can make it. Hey, y'all, yeah. Uh, hey, yeah, I appreciate y'all coming in here. Hey, we'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye, y'all.